Like say shalom, giving all praise, Yahawashi. Also give it the honor to the elders of GMS and honor to the Akim, and peace and blessings to you brothers and sisters that listen, hopeful elect. And back at it again, Kala Yahawah Yahusha. Do a quick lesson today to the Pab Yahawashi, man, on what our mission is, man, to heal the sick and to bind up the broken heart. And the way we're doing that right now, of course, is through the word of Yahawashi. You know, I'm gonna get that scripture actually little later on. Okay, you know, we heard this week on, you know, which we're not surprised, we from the elders and the apostles on down always talk about, you know, the false leaders in Israel that's misusing, mistreating, and extorting money out of their congregation. And that's not what we're sent to do, man. Okay, the honorable men of the past, the honorable men of the scriptures were sent out there to what? Warn Israel, man. Admonish Israel. Okay? Build up the elect, or the house of the Lord. Okay? Proclaim liberty to the captives, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that scripture. Let me read this first right now, because Israel is in a lower state, man. On top of us, oh man, dudes is crazy, man. We're underneath the heathen, and you want to further afflict them, man. You see? But let me get this first scripture, 2 Ezra, the 10th chapter. And right now we in a state of mourning. Okay? If you look at them other camps as well, you know, it's all in that celebration, you know, spirit, man. Nah, man, the scripture says you're supposed to be sighing and crying. Okay? Return to the Lord with weeping and fasting. Okay? Because the kingdom is not here yet. Okay? We didn't get the victory as of yet. Okay? I mean, we have it in the spirit because it's already written, but it hasn't fully played out as of yet, man. So we have to what? Like scripture says, was it Isaiah? Give them no rest until Jerusalem is made a praise in the earth. It's Isaiah 62:6. Okay, but let me read this first scripture in the Apocrypha. 2 Ezra chapter 10, verse 1. And it came to pass, this is Ezra's, he's speaking to a woman. And it came to pass that when my son was entered into his wedding chamber, she's telling him all her problems and why she's mourning. He fell down and died. And then we all overthrew the lights, and my neighbors rose up to comfort me. So I took my rest until the second day at night. And it came to pass when they had left to comfort me, to end I might be quiet. Then rose I up by night and fled, and came hither into this field, and thou seest. And now I purpose not to return into the city, but here to stay, and neither to eat nor drink, but continually to mourn and fast until I die. So this woman lost her son, which the whole thing is symbolic when you read later on down. Okay? She lost her son. She separated herself from her family. And she said she just wanted to stay where she was at, fast until she died. Because her only son, you know, when he finally made it to his wedding chamber, he fell down and he died. Okay? Then I left the meditations where I was and spake to her in anger, saying, so Ezra got angry when he heard this woman's story, and said, thou foolish woman, above all other, seest thou not our mourning and what happened unto us? So Ezra got heated, man. He said, look at our mourning. Okay? Look at the whole nation, man. Look what we're going through. Okay? How that Zion our mother is full of all heaviness and much humbled, mourning ever very sore. And now seeing we all mourn and are sad, for we are all in heaviness. Art thou grieved for one son? So he cursed out. So you're grieving for one son when the whole entire nation is a state of mourning. Okay? And a lot of these other camps, they don't see that, man. You know, all into this, you know, talking about marriage and settling down in America. You guys are a bunch of fools, man. Okay? You guys don't get this thing that you're involved in, man. That's what the Most High is bringing that whole thing down, man. Okay? Trying to establish businesses and making yourself financially secure. You don't get it. This is a place of our captivity. This is what Ezra was telling that woman as well, man. Zion is in a state of mourning, man. Okay? We round to verse 19. Skip on down. So I proceeded to speak further unto her and said, do not so, but be counseled by me, for are many of the adversities of Zion, Be comforted in regard of the sorrow of Jerusalem. For thou seest that our sanctuary is laid waste, the temple. Our altar broken down, our temple destroyed. Our psaltery is laid on the ground, our song is put to silence. Our rejoicing is at an end, the light of our candlestick is put out. So the temple, the priesthood, all that was destroyed, man. The ark of our covenant is spoiled. Our holy things are defiled, and the name that is called upon us is almost profane. Our children are put to shame, our priests are burnt, our Levites are gone into captivity, our virgins defiled, our wives ravished, our righteous men carried away, our little ones destroyed, our young men are brought into bondage, and our strong men are become weak. That is the state of the children of Israel, man. Okay, even to this day. But of course, Kala Yahawashi Shemel Shah, the elect men, the great men, is waking back up, man. Okay, and Yahawashi is going to what? Deliver the elect, man. And Lord willing, I'm a part of it. Okay, starting with 144,000 on down. And which is the greatest of all? The seal of Zion have now lost her honor, for she is delivered into the hands of them that hate us. And therefore shake off thy great heaviness, and put away the multitude of sorrows, that the mighty may be merciful unto thee again, and the highest shall give thee rest and ease from thy labor. Yeah, man. And that's what we want ultimately, okay? The highest to give us what? Ease from our labor. The only way that's going to happen is when the Son of Man comes back, okay? So the prophets, they were in a state of mourning, man. Okay? State of sorrow. Matter of fact, Nehemiah, during the same time period as Ezra's, we get Nehemiah, the 2nd chapter. Okay, and then I'm going to read the mission, man. Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 1. And it came to pass in the month Nisan, in the 20th year of Artaxerxes the king, that wine was before him. And I took up the wine and gave it unto the king. Now I had not been aforetime sad in his presence. Wherefore the king said unto me, Why is thy countenance sad, seeing thou art not sick? This is nothing else but sorrow of heart. Then I was very sore afraid. The king saw his countenance, man. Okay. It says, Then said the king, Let the king live forever. Why should not my countenance be sad, when the city, the place of my father's sepulchres, lieth waste, and the gates thereof are consumed with fire? Then the king said unto me, For what dost thou make request? So I prayed to the God of heaven. Then I said unto him, King, if it please the king, and thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Judah, unto the city of my father's sepulchres, that I may build it. So Nehemiah, same thing what Ezra said, the temple, the cities, the sepulchres, everything laid waste. The gates was destroyed, man. The physical gates and the leaders, man. Okay, because that's where the leaders were located at, because it was destroyed by the Babylonians back then. But right now, the children of Israel is the same thing as well, man. Okay. We jump on down. So Nehemiah went out to rebuild the temple. And this is what we're doing right now. Okay. And we know that the temple is you, brothers, man, the elect. So I came to Jerusalem, and they were there 3 days. And I rose in the night, I and few men with me. Neither told I any man what my power had put in my heart to do at Jerusalem. Neither was there any beast with me, save the beast that I rode upon. And I went up by night by the gate of valley, even before the dragon well, and to the dung port, and viewed the walls of Jerusalem, which were broken down, and the gates thereof were consumed with fire. The same thing Ezra said. Okay? Okay, so, and you know what happened to us on this side of the world. We all went into slavery, man. The northern and the southern kingdom, man. All right, and we totally fell away from our heritage. But now the 3 days and a half, well, now what? Now the elect is standing on their feet in great boldness, man. Okay, and we're comforting and edifying our people with this word. I'm gonna get that scripture right after this. Okay, let me get verse 17. And jump on down. Then I said unto them, Ye were distressed that were in now, how Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. Come, let us build up the wall of Jerusalem, that we be no more a reproach. And that's what we're doing. We're building the walls of Jerusalem, man. Okay, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Then I told them of the hand of my power, which was good upon me, as also the king's word, and he had spoken unto me. And they said, let us rise up and build. So they strengthened their hands for this good work. And this is a good work, what we're doing. All right. That's why Isaiah said, well, let's get it. Isaiah 61:1. It says, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord, Yahawah, hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. That's what we're sent to do. Okay. The gospel of the good news is for the elect, man. He said, go ye out to the lost sheep of the house of Israel and tell them what? That the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. Okay. He have sent me to bind up the broken heart. And we just read how Israel was broken heart. Okay. We read during the time of Nehemiah and Ezra and all on this side of the world as well. Okay. All the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. To proclaim liberty to the captives, and we're all captives. Okay, we're all slaves. The scripture says we're prisoners of hope. Okay? And we're hoping for what? Salvation. Okay? So we're proclaiming liberty, like the Lord said, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, spiritually and mentally. You know who you are, you know who you are, you know who your God or your power is. You know what's about to happen to America, aka Babylon, man. And you know the prophecies. Right? An opening of the prison to them that are bound. Okay, and the prison of your minds, man. We're freeing you, man, spiritually and mentally, man. Okay, and to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, Yahawah, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. That's what we're sent to do, man. To comfort all that mourn, not to take advantage of the sheep, man. To put them in further bondage and slavery, man. Okay, to afflict them even more while they're in captivity, man. And the Most High is going to remove all you guys that's doing that. Okay, we're sent to comfort all they that mourn, man. That's what Yahawashi said. Let me see if I can get some scriptures, man. Let me see, well, let me read Isaiah 40:1 before I get to Yahawashi. It says, comfort ye, my people, save your power. Speak ye comfortable to Jerusalem, the people, and cry unto her, that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she have received the Yahawah hand double for all her sins. We have received double. Because not only did we go into captivity and slavery and removed onto the other side of the earth, we totally forgot who we were. Totally fell away from the covenant. But the Most High said your iniquity is pardoned now. And that's going into what? The elect, man. Those that accept Yahawashi. Alright? That's what Yahawashi told us to do what? Matthew the 10th chapter. I quoted the scripture, but I'm going to read it. These 12 Yahawashi sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans. Enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. That's what we sent to do. We're proclaiming liberty to captives. All right. Heal the sick. All right. And you spiritually, our people are sick. All right. The scripture says that the Most High was going to smite you with madness. That's why you don't know who you are. That's why you follow these different philosophies and these other crazy bugged out doctrines. The main one is Christianity. Okay, but soon we're going to have that spiritual power to actually heal the sick, man. Cleanse the lepers, raise the dead. You are dead spiritually. Ezekiel the 37th chapter, Proverbs 21:16. You are in the congregation of the dead, and you are in the valley of the dry bones, because you don't have the living water. But when this truth is preached unto you, now the flesh is coming back on your bones. Now you're getting that breath of life in you. All right. Scripture says what? Cast out devils. Okay, those evil spirits that's on you. Freely have received, freely give. We don't charge for no breakdowns. We're not extorting money out of anybody. Okay? We don't collect nothing for this thing, man. Freely receive. We got this word from the elders and apostles on down. And we go out there and we do the same. We freely give, man. This is a labor of love. All right? And that's all the Lord was doing, was going out there healing the sick, man. binding up the broken heart, proclaiming liberty to them that were bound, man. And let Israel know that, that their salvation was through him, man. Okay? But you have to believe on him. You see? Matter of fact, let me get... Let me see, Mark chapter 5. You won't have that spiritual power, man, Lord willing, to do these things, man. We get an example of the Lord healing somebody. There's plenty of examples throughout the Gospels, man. Okay? When he healed that guy, Legion, that same chapter, Mark 5. Mark 5:21. And when Yahawashi was passed over again by the ship unto the other side, much people gathered unto him, and he was nigh unto the sea. And behold, there came one of the rulers of the synagogues, Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet, and besought him greatly, saying, My little daughter lieth at the point of death. I pray thee, come and lay thy hands on her, that she may be healed, and she shall live. Okay, we're going to have this power too. The Lord said he shall do greater in that day. All right. And Yahawashi went with him, and much people followed him and thronged him. And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years. So she had a disease for 12 years, man. And suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing bettered, but rather grew worse. And there's a lot of you jakes, man. You take all these pharmaceutical drugs, all manner of diseases, and you ain't getting better, man. Okay? That's not actually even helping your conditions, man. That's just hiding, masking the problem. All right? But we don't have the actual power, Lord willing, to heal all those manner of diseases. All right? And when she had heard of Yahawashi, came and pressed behind and touched his garment. For she said, If I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. So this woman had faith, man. This woman had tremendous faith, man. All right? And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Yahawashi, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, Who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, Thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and thou sayest thou, Who touched me? And they was like, There's mad people around you. You asking who touched you? And he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman was fearing and trembling, knowing what she had done in her, came and fell down before him, and told him all the truth. And he said unto her, Daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace, and be whole of thy plague, man. You see? Yahawashi, man. And let me see. This whole chapter is good, man. I guess I read on down. Going to some more miracles. While he yet spake, there came the ruler of the synagogue of the house, which said, Thy daughter is dead. Why troublest thou the master any further? And as soon as Yahawashi heard the word that was spoken, he said unto the ruler of the synagogue, Be not afraid, only believe, man. And that's powerful in itself, man. That's what scripture says, the Most High didn't give us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And that's something that we all got to work on, including myself as well. And he suffered no man to follow him, save Peter, James, and John, and the brother of James. And he cometh to the house of the ruler of the synagogue, and sees the tumult, and them wept and wailed greatly. And when he was coming, he said unto them, Why ye this ado, and weep? The damsel is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn, and that's true. Okay? That's all death is, man. All right? But when he had put them all out, he took the father and the mother of the damsel, the young woman, and them that were with him, and entered in where the damsel was lying. And he took the damsel by the hand, and said unto her, Talitha komi, which is, being interpreted, Damsel, I say unto thee, arise, man. So he just healed a woman from her issue from 12 years. This whole chapter goes into the miracles that Yahawashi was doing. Cast out that demon Legion. There's a woman had that issue we just read for 12 years. She just touched this garment and she was healed. We're reading right now, he raised up a young woman from the dead, man. And we're going to do the same thing as well. And that's what's brothers going to get that fame, man. The Lord said he was going to give us fame in the land where they put us to shame. Okay? It's going to put this truth on the forefront, and it's going to be known beyond a shadow of doubt who the sons of the Most High are, man. And straightway the damsel arose and walked, for she was of the age of 12 years. So that number 12 again. And they were astonished with a great astonishment, man. Kala Yahawah Yahawashi, man. Okay? That's what the Lord said. Let me see. Luke chapter 7, verse 18. And the disciples of John showed him all these things. And John calling unto him 2 of his disciples and sent to Yahawashi, saying, Art thou he that should come, or should we look for another? So people wasn't really sure, was Yahawashi, truly the Messiah or not. They did see the works, but they wasn't truly convinced yet. All right? But let me read on. Read on down. And when the men were come unto him, they said, John the Baptist has sent us unto thee, saying, Art thou he that should come, or should we look for another? And at that same time, Yahawashi cured many of their infirmities and plagues, and of evil spirits, and unto many that were blind he gave sight, man. See? And spiritually we're doing that right now, man. Spiritually curing you of your infirmities and your plagues and the evil spirits through the word, man. That's how you're made clean, is by the word, man. Okay? And giving the blind sight. Then Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Go your way and tell John what things ye have seen and heard, how that the blind see, the lame walk, the leopards are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, to the poor the gospel is preached. This is our job, man. Okay? All what Yahawashi just mentioned is what he sent us out to do, man. Okay? This is our job, man. Okay? So you got, all these reports out there, guys doing things. Nah, man. You see, and that's why you guys are getting revealed. And you're being exposed, man. Okay, Yahawashi never misused or mistreated the sheep, man. Okay? Okay, we're not wolves in this thing, man. We're ravening wolves in this thing. Or wolves in sheep's clothing. Nah, man. The Lord set us up to be what? Shepherds, man. Okay? One more precept. So, like I said, Kala Yahawashi, this is what we're sent to do. This is what we're doing through the Spirit. From the apostles and elders on down. Lord willing, man, like that Edomite had that vision. He couldn't remember it. Brothers, with that testimony out, spiritual power coming soon, man. When these things happen, man, more followers gonna come in, man. The 1/3 is gonna get sealed quickly. Okay? That's what it says, Matthew 15 and 30. It says, and great multitudes came unto him, having with them those that were lame, blind, dumb, maimed, and many others, and cast them down at Yahawashi's feet. This is coming again. This is going to happen again through the power of Yahawashi, man. And he healed them, insomuch that the multitude wondered when they saw the dumb to speak, and the maimed to behold, and the lame to walk, and the blind to see, and they glorified the power of Israel. Kala Yahawashi, man. Okay? And that's what we're doing. We're glorifying the God of Israel. And his name is Yahawah. And his son's name is Yahawashi, man. Period, man. And we're going to exalt those names until the latter end, man. Alright? So with that, I'm going to say, giving all praise, Yahawashi, Shalom.